Hey everybody! How's everybody doing today? Get ready to say ciao bella to pasta, pizza, and some of the most incredible sights you'll ever see. This is your personal travel guide to exploring the beauty of Italy. We're about to embark on a virtual journey, and trust me, you're going to want to pack your bags, even if it's just your imagination. Over the next few minutes, we'll be your tour guides, taking you from the cobblestone streets of Rome to the canals of Venice. We'll uncover hidden gems, discover must-see landmarks, and of course, we'll talk about the food. Because let's be honest, no trip to Italy is complete without indulging in some delicious pasta and gelato. So, whether you're dreaming of a romantic getaway, a family adventure, or a solo backpacking trip, this video is for you. We'll give you all the tips and tricks you need to make the most of your Italian escapade. Get ready to say buongiorno to adventure. First stop, Rome, the city of emperors, gladiators, and some seriously impressive ruins. You can practically feel the history echoing through the streets. Speaking of history, you absolutely cannot miss the Colosseum. I mean, who wouldn't want to channel their inner gladiator? Picture this. Thousands of spectators cheering as gladiators and wild animals clashed in this very arena. It's like stepping back in time 2,000 years, and right next door, you've got the Roman Forum. This was the heart of ancient Rome, the bustling center of politics, religion, and daily life. Imagine the speeches, the debates, the togas. It's incredible to walk through these ruins and imagine the life that once filled these spaces. But Rome isn't just about the past. It's a vibrant city with delicious food, lively street music, and let's not forget the Trevi Fountain. Legend has it that if you toss a coin over your shoulder into the fountain, you're guaranteed a return trip to Rome. And trust me, after you visit, you're going to want to come back for more. Oh, and speaking of must-sees, we can't forget Vatican City. It's like a tiny country within a city, home to the Pope and some of the most breathtaking art and architecture in the world. Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel ceiling? It's even more awe-inspiring in person. But my favorite thing about Rome is simply wandering through the streets, soaking up the atmosphere. You never know what you might stumble upon. A hidden trattoria serving up the most amazing pasta carbonara, a street musician serenading passers-by with a love song, or maybe even a gelato shop with flavors you never even dreamed of. Rome is a feast for the senses, a city that will capture your heart and leave you wanting more. Trust me, you'll fall in love with this city just like I did. Next up, we're heading to Florence, the birthplace of the Renaissance. This city is like an open-air museum with stunning architecture, world-renowned art, and a charm that's hard to resist. First things first, the Duomo. This magnificent cathedral with its iconic dome is like the crown jewel of Florence. You can climb to the top for breathtaking views of the city, but be warned, it's a bit of a workout. And speaking of masterpieces, no trip to Florence is complete without a visit to the Uffizi Gallery. Home to works by Botticelli, Michelangelo, and Leonardo da Vinci, this place is an art lover's paradise. Get ready to be blown away by the sheer talent and creativity on display. And while you're there, don't miss Botticelli's Birth of Venus. It's even more stunning in person. Now, let's talk about the Ponte Vecchio, the only bridge in Florence that wasn't destroyed during World War II. It's also the only bridge in Europe to be built entirely over a river. Today it's home to shops and jewelers. But imagine what it was like back in the day, with butchers and tanners setting up shop on this very bridge. But Florence is more than just museums and monuments. It's a city with a vibrant street life, delicious food, and a romantic atmosphere that's hard to resist. Take a stroll along the Arno River, grab a gelato, and just soak up the beauty of this incredible city. Chapter 3. Venice, drifting through dreamy canals. Ciao from Venice, the city of canals. This place is like something out of a fairy tale, with gondolas gliding through waterways, colorful buildings lining the canals, and a romantic atmosphere that's hard to resist. Now, let's talk about those gondolas. Yes, they're touristy, but they're also a quintessential Venice experience. So, splurge a little, hire a gondolier, and let yourself be serenaded as you drift along the canals. It's pure magic. And while you're on the water, be sure to check out the Rialto Bridge, the oldest of the 4 bridges spanning the Grand Canal. It's a great spot to take in the views and snap some photos. Speaking of the Grand Canal, it's the main waterway in Venice, and it's lined with stunning palaces, churches, and bridges. Take a vaporetto, the water bus, and enjoy a scenic ride along this iconic waterway. Now, let's talk about St. Mark's Basilica. This magnificent church with its Byzantine architecture and stunning mosaics is a must-see. But be prepared for crowds, especially during peak season. Trust me, it's worth the wait. But Venice is more than just gondolas and grand canals. It's a city with a rich history, delicious food, and a unique charm that's hard to resist. Get lost in the labyrinthine streets, discover hidden squares, and indulge in some cicchetti, Venice's answer to tapas. Chapter 4. Milan, where fashion meets history. Buongiorno from Milan, the fashion capital of Italy. This city is known for its high-end boutiques, stylish locals, and of course, its iconic Duomo. Now, this Duomo is a showstopper. It's the largest Gothic cathedral in the world, and it took nearly 6 centuries to complete. You can climb to the roof for panoramic views of the city, and on a clear day, you can even see the Alps in the distance. But Milan isn't just about fashion and architecture. It's also home to Leonardo da Vinci's masterpiece, The Last Supper. This iconic fresco is housed in the Santa Maria delle Grazie refectory, and it's a sight to behold. But be sure to book your tickets in advance, as they sell out months in advance. And speaking of art, no trip to Milan is complete without a visit to the Brera Art Gallery. It houses an impressive collection of Italian paintings, including masterpieces by Raphael, Caravaggio, and Bellini. But Milan is also a city with a vibrant street life, delicious food, and a modern vibe that's hard to resist. Take a stroll through the Navigli district, with its canals and trendy bars and restaurants. It's a great place to enjoy an aperitivo, the Italian tradition of pre-dinner drinks and snacks. Chapter 5. Naples. Pizza, Pompeii, and paradise. Ciao from Naples, the home of pizza. This vibrant city is a feast for the senses, with delicious food, colorful streets, and a chaotic charm that's hard to resist. First things first, the pizza. Naples is where pizza was born, and they take their pizza very seriously here. You'll find pizzerias on almost every corner, each with its own unique style and flavor. But Naples is more than just pizza. It's also a city with a rich history and culture. Just a short train ride away, you'll find Pompeii, the ancient Roman city that was buried by the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. Walking through the ruins of Pompeii is like stepping back in time. You can see the preserved houses, shops, and even bodies of the people who lived here nearly 2,000 years ago. And speaking of Mount Vesuvius, you can actually hike to the top of this active volcano. It's a challenging but rewarding hike, and the views from the summit are breathtaking. But for me, the real magic of Naples lies in its streets. Get lost in the Quartieri Spagnoli, the Spanish Quarter, with its narrow streets, colorful buildings, and lively atmosphere. And no trip to Naples is complete without a visit to the Amalfi Coast, one of the most scenic coastlines in the world. Rent a car and drive along the winding coastal roads, stopping at charming villages like Positano and Amalfi. And there you have it, folks. Our whirlwind tour of Italy's top 5 must-visit places. From the ancient ruins of Rome to the romantic canals of Venice, from the artistic treasures of Florence to the fashionable streets of Milan, and the culinary delights of Naples, Italy has something for everyone. So, what are you waiting for? Start planning your Italian adventure today. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more travel adventures, and share your own Italian experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your favorite places and hidden gems. Thanks for watching, and happy travels. Arrivederci.